So we're just starting now. No worries. So, inspiration for your recent art exhibition. Have you always had a keen interest in art?
Yes, I learned. I'm a self-taught artist from Hong Kong. I born in Hong Kong and grew up in Hong Kong, but now settled in Sheffield. And when I was a 4 or 5 years old, and I start drawing, and I love drawing, and I'm very lucky. Although my family at that time were very poor, but they encouraged me to draw, to learn drawing. And every time I remember that every time when my family friends and other relatives visit our family, my grandma, my mother always show them my picture, and they so proud of my drawing. So at that time, I think drawing is very interest. I think very interest, and I'm proud of. I have the ability to draw. So when I grows up, I learn drawing. My major subject is not drawing; it's social work. But I learned drawing from a very good teacher, Mr. Tin Chang Hai. He was a master painter in mainland China at that time. I'm really lucky to be his student at that time. So after that, I draw. I draw oil painting, non-stop drawing. So I also have 11th solo exhibition in Hong Kong and in New York. So and some of my picture also collected by the collector in Hong Kong and in New York. I'm really lucky. Now I retired from my social work career, and now in Sheffield. I start to be a full-time artist here, and Sheffield is a very beautiful place. People are nice. Also, the animal here, the dog, the cat, the deer, are also very nice. So I got a lot of inspiration from the environment here. So I think that I changed a lot in my style, in my painting style. In this exhibition, I show my my feeling of the environment here. So I start drawing landscape, drawing the house, the building, the animals, the people here.
No worries, I was just going to move on to that. So you moved to Crooks in Sheffield recently? Is that a recent move?
Yes, when I start living in Sheffield, I live in Crook. The only one reason is my daughter living here for 6 years. So we come to Sheffield to reunion with her. So I also live in Cook. Cook is a very it's an amazing location for me. The first reason is nearby, very close to my daughter. The second reason is very convenient.
Yeah.
I can walk 10 minutes, have a 10 minutes or 15 minutes walk to the nearby supermarket, to the to the university, to the museum. Very convenient for me. So I cannot, I need not to drive here, although I have a license.
Yeah, so would you say, I know you alluded to it, so moving to Crooks and Sheffield, you said it was a beautiful place. Sheffield is renowned as a very green city.
Yeah.
Would you say that's inspired a lot of your work in your recent art exhibition, Slow Down, Discover More?
Yeah, I'm very happy living here because within half to 1 hour walk, I can approach to the country park,
Yeah.
a really beautiful place. In my, I live in Hong Kong for 60 years.
Yeah.
60 years. And Hong Kong is a very cloudy place, very cloudy, and I can, it's a very nervous and area. So when I'm lucky, I retire and can enjoy in Sheffield. And but one thing in Hong Kong, Hong Kong was a colony of Britain, and the Britain at that moment at the colonial period, just like something like Sheffield, because in Hong Kong, even you are staying in a very busy business area, but you walk 1 to 2 hours, just walking 1 to 2 hours, you also can go to the country park. In Sheffield, similar in Sheffield, half an hour and 1 hour walking distance, you can also go to the approach to the country park. In this aspect, the two locations, Hong Kong and Sheffield, are quite similar.
Yeah.
So I find Sheffield very familiar, because I live in Hong Kong, and now in Sheffield, this very quite familiar.
Yeah, exactly. So so the name of your art exhibition, it was actually, was it the Social in the city centre? You had your art exhibition for a few, was it a few weeks, or was it a week?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. It was called Slow Down, Discover More.
Yeah.
So what does that title mean to you and your move to Sheffield?
When you living in a very hurry, you miss a lot of a lot of things. You miss to establish a relationship with your family, with your friends, also with the environment. But when you slow down and you observe the area surrounding you,
Yeah.
then you can discover more. Even though this something very common to you.
Yeah.
For example, a cat, a dog, a pigeon flying over your head is very common. When you are in very hurry living style, you miss them.
Yeah.
You have no interest to pay attention to them, and so this is okay. This is nothing for me. I just want to, for example, I just want to earn more money. I just want to, I'm very hurry to meet friends, to eat, to take dinner, to have a meeting with my boss, something else. So you miss the very interesting thing surrounding you. For example, as I mentioned frequently, the cat, the dog, the people's, the little boy, they are very funny.
Yeah.
They can learn a lot. You can learn a lot from them. So when you come, everything is when you calm down, when you walk slowly, then you will discover that.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, just out. So Sheffield, would you say it's always been a welcoming city for you?
Yeah.
You say you've always felt welcome in Sheffield?
Yeah, exactly. For example, in this morning, I run around my house. I met two ladies. They smiled to me
Yeah.
and say hello, and we check 1 to 2 minutes. They welcome me,
Yeah.
and also I think that in in Hong Kong, a lot of people always remind me that when before I moved to UK, they always remind me that, oh, UK, you will face a lot of discrimination,
Yeah.
racial discrimination. But when I stay in UK, stay in Sheffield for more than 1 year, no discrimination. More than that, everyone smiled to me. Everyone's very nice, and I serve as a volunteer here, and I have an opportunity to approach a lot of people, no matter they come from foundation family, they come from whatever class. They are also very nice, and they treat me as their friends, as their group member, as their good neighbor, whatever. So very nice here, the people. I learned that in other location in UK. My friends also told me that they are very welcome
Yeah.
from the UK people. So one of my friends in Sheffield, he called me Sheffield Hong Konger, because he always remind me that now Sheffield is my home, but I should not, cut the connection with my motherland, Hong Kong. So he called me Sheffield Hong Konger,
Yeah.
and that he urged me to connect these two locations.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna